What is going on YouTube? Hayden Schreier making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Litecoin. As we know, we did see quite a bit of volume come into the market as of yesterday, and we're starting to see that volume trickle down into Bitcoin and XRP, and we're starting to see these coins lift up in price and starting to head higher up. We're actually at Bitcoin a little bit over $7,600, XRP at 19 cents. We see Ethereum at 132 and Litecoin at 42. It's definitely an interesting market, guys. Obviously, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, and leave a giant thumbs up. There's a bunch of interesting things that I really think we need to discuss in today's video, so definitely watch it to the end. Otherwise, let's jump on into that. So guys, to start, let's check out yesterday's video and the previous one. So we were discussing that there is some sort of interesting pattern and chart happening. And the way history has shown is that we tend to break bearish and consolidate back down to a support line that has been on the market for quite some time now. And then as we continued on into this, we started to see a little bit of volume come back in. We had a quick pump fake, and then we started to climb and break just ever so slightly outside of what appears to be the resistance. And you can see right here yesterday's video, we have some sort of bull flag, pennant flag forming, and we broke bullish with an extreme amount of volume. But now we're in some very interesting spot on the market, and I feel like we're kind of in this eerie time period or price range, and I want to kind of go into specifics on that and discuss with you what exactly we're starting to see. So as you guys can clearly see, XRP is correcting to the upside. XRP is starting to move up. XRP is in some sort of ascending triangle. There is a resistance over here. We have a cap at 20 cents. 20 cents is the resistance that has been on this coin for a very long time. So we could even pull this down lower, to be honest with you. It looks like we're kind of capping off a little bit lower on here. As much as I want to leave it at 20 cents, you guys can see, I'm going to pull it down. Wow, this is pissing me off. I need this to go away right here, this little line. There we go. There seems to be more resistance on this as well. Let me scroll us back into 2017. There seems to be another cap a little lower, like right around the 19, right around where the price range is currently. So if I draw another resistance right at the price range, you can see where this kind of intercepts us. You can see we're kind of capped off right here. This may be the bottom, or we may have a little bit more room to move up higher, but this ultimately does hit some resistances back in 2017. We can see this is basically the last time we've been in this price range. You can see we were in some sort of channel here, and there is a lot of support and resistance in this area. So that may be a cap right there, indicating the top for the RSI, or sorry, the top for Ripple XRP in regards to how high it can move. This may be a cap, and we may correct to the downside. We may bottom off right there and fall lower. But what is a little more nerve-wracking is with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, we were tracking this for quite some time now, and as I've been saying, is that there's a very high chance we could be breaking bearish. We could be falling lower. We could be consolidating back down around 4,900. Honestly, that was where my gut instinct was. That is where I was anticipating the coin to fall to, and that's pretty much what I still kind of believe in. But I'm starting to think that we may be reversing in the other direction. Now, obviously, that's what everybody wants. That's what I want too. I'm preparing for the worst and hoping for the best. So ultimately, if we correct lower, I'm going to short the crypto, and we are going to make quite a bit of profit, up to way over 30% in returns based off of this correction with leverage trading on DueDEX. But we have to look at something else here. The fact is, we did manage to close yesterday's candle above the resistance, and that is huge. We really haven't broken above the resistance in a long time. But what's interesting is we're capped off at another resistance. This was a downtrend, and this resistance at around $7,600, we're teeter-tottering on right now. And that's what's getting me a little hot-headed and a little interested in where exactly we're going to be heading to. Notice how whoa, did not mean to do that. Let's go back to Bitcoin. Notice how on the chart right here, you'll see that we do have quite a bit of resistance. This purple band acts as a very strong resistance at around the $7,600 region or price range for Bitcoin. Notice that is exactly what we're retesting right now, and we're starting to wick down below it. There is still that possibility that if we can close and break above here, very high chance we're shooting all the way up to $8,700. Very, very, very high chance at that. It is not There is some likelihood, about a 15% rise up, retesting its high-low MMA, at least a 7% jump. But that's only if we can confirm the breakout above this $7,600 resistance on the daily chart. That will be the biggest indicator. But there's a lot of things weighing this coin down in regards to it consolidating lower. There's still a chance. I mean, we have broken above here in the past, and then we fell right back into it. Obviously, we're coming to an end right about now, so there is that chance of us consolidating back inside of here, breaking lower. Obviously, the market looks good, but what it's ultimately doing, which some people aren't paying attention to, is in the fact that on the 4-hour, we're hitting resistance, and not only that, but you can see this is a very strong resistance. You can see it numerous times. You can see the caps right here hitting resistance right here, and then you can see we're overbought right now. So being overbought on the 4-hour is something that could signal and indicate a correction lower. This may be the cap right here. We got sandwiched in between here, very strong support, and we broke bullish. But now you can see we're hitting a cap right here that we haven't been able to break through for months, and there's a chance we could rally lower. So that's why I'm pretty lenient on whether or not I want to invest into the coin right now. You can also see how strong of a resistance is it. We're now retesting this once again, and we have an extreme wick to the downside, which could, indicate a reversal back down to its high-low MMA, getting us back inside the symmetrical triangle. So there's a ton on this coin, which is kind of getting me a little antsy as to whether or not we're going to be breaking up any higher than this. So, a lot of people might just jump into the market right now. I'm waiting and holding off until the right moment to buy in. Now, this is what I'm considering. So last time we looked, when we saw Litecoin overbought, or retesting its bottom support level, that was right here, and that was the indication of the rally upwards. You can see that's what I used as my indication. You can see right here when we tested the bottom support, which is a beautiful bottom support on Litecoin, we tested the bottom, and then we broke bullish, and we started to head up. Same thing happened on Bitcoin, although it wasn't as easy to track. But notice what's happening on Litecoin right now. Notice that Litecoin is having difficulty breaking through resistance. We're currently tapping or retesting its resistance uptrend or downtrend right here in its bearish fractal, and it doesn't look to be having a great job breaking through here. This is pretty much the hit or miss, area right now. This is testing previous resistance at $42. If we manage to break through here, if we do, very, very, very high chance of seeing the uptrend form and seeing a new bullish market cycle happening. We could easily see 42% gains on Litecoin, but it's very worrisome because if we cannot break through the resistance of $42 and close the daily candle above there, very high chance we're going to do the exact opposite and correct all the way back down to bottom support right here and head lower. That is still an opportunity. Also consider Ethereum. Ethereum is testing out its top of its the top of its resistance. This is pretty much the cap right here, and as you can see, there is a little more room to head up higher, but it looks like it's hitting it and then wanting to correct lower. You can see it's hitting a very strong resistance. This resistance has been on the coin for quite some time now. Many instances of it breaking bearish, and you can see it's happening once again. So we're at a very, 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 very strong point in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies time right now. We're teeter-tottering on an edge of what could be an immediate correction to the downside, or we're going to see a break bullish. It's going to be happening right now, probably within today or tomorrow. But you can see this is a very strong resistance zone. If we can't break through here, I am ultimately anticipating a rally to the downside. What you can also consider is, I believe, even on the 4-hour, we're teeter-tottering on being overbought. And you can also see we're hitting resistance of the high-low MMA. So there is a ton of bearish signs, and I don't want to be a buzzkill, but there is a ton of bearish signs. All I'm saying is I'm a conservative trader, and when I see resistances like this, and I'm seeing us kind of teeter-tottering on the edge of breaking bearish, I'm going to hold off and wait until I get the perfect confirmation, and then I'm going to obviously buy in. If we can break the $7,600 resistance and close above there on Bitcoin, I'm probably going to be buying in and leveraging up. If we don't and we correct lower, then I'm obviously going to short the coin and as we fall to the downside. That's pretty much it. Obviously, this is all going to be done on DueDEX. DueDEX really kind of shows you what exactly is going on. We can see there's an immediate uptrend here, but you can see it's capping off at a resistance right here. We could easily draw this on here to show you right here. Bam. That is the resistance zone. This is what we're having a troublesome area with. Let me make this a little bit darker. You can see that's where we're kind of capped off at right now. So the market is very interesting. A lot of the cryptos on the 4-hour are showing overbought, but on the daily, there's plenty of room to head up higher. The problem is whether or not we can sustain being above the symmetrical triangle, because we're really, really, really close to what I think could be an immediate correction to the downside. Otherwise, guys, that's going to wrap up today's episode. Very, very, very interesting day today. Was not anticipating to see what's been going on with the market, but we're going to have to spend quite a bit of attention on it. Otherwise, we'll talk about this in tomorrow, and who knows, we may see that rally happen tomorrow, if not the short for tomorrow. But otherwise, I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.